Howdy everyone, my name's Calling Me Crazy and welcome back to the channel. We got another inbox question for today's video, and if you want, you can send your own inbox question or advice that you'd like me to give in the Google form down below. It's in the description. You can also choose your own gameplay. For this question, we got some Black Ops 2, and I love playing Black Ops 2, and I kind of popped off on this match even though we didn't win. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And for this question, it's kind of a long one. So it starts out as, first of all, I'm new to your channel and find your content amazing. I appreciate that, thank you. I have a question and advice for you. To get started, I'll ask you a huge question that many people have different opinions on. When did Call of Duty die? Personally, I think after Black Ops 2 the series fell off for me. And then secondly, as a new YouTuber who's contemplated this for years, do you have any advice for starting off a channel with content such as yours? Thank you. Thank you for putting in this question. This is kind of a long one, but I'll kind of split it up into two parts. I mean, maybe more or less the second half than the first half. I've actually already made a video talking about when I think Call of Duty really took a turn in terms of its identity, and that was Modern Warfare 2019. I really enjoyed Modern Warfare 2019, and obviously, Ghosts and Advanced Warfare had some rough patches. Not a lot of people liked Infinite Warfare. Apparently, not a lot of people liked World War II, even though that's one of my personal favorites. But you got Black Ops 3 in there, maybe Black Ops 4, kind of. I don't know. That started to get a little weird with the series, but I personally think Modern Warfare 2019 changed the game really for the worst because of disbanding lobbies and skill-based matchmaking. So that was kind of the main points I made. There is a video, I'll put it up on screen right here if you want to go watch it. It's a little old, but it just talks about that more in detail on my opinion, so I don't take up the rest of this video not discussing your second question, which is, or I guess advice that you'd like me to give. As a new YouTuber who's contemplated for years, do you have any advice for starting off a channel with content such as mine? So the first thing I would say is you don't really need any fancy equipment. Pretty much for any YouTube channel that's ever starting out, you don't need to buy a crazy good looking camera. You don't really need to buy a nice capture card. You don't need a crazy good microphone. I've been using the same shitty headset microphone that I've had for years ever since I came back to YouTube, and it's kind of like an aesthetic thing for me. I have a Blue Yeti. It sounds great. I sound a lot better on it. I just don't use it personally. Just because I don't want to, and I think I am trying to keep that kind of nostalgic feeling with these videos. So that's one thing. Use a shitty microphone. Use whatever you can find. Tiny little guy, little Bluetooth guy maybe or something. I just use the one that's on my headset. That works well for me. It sounds crackly enough that you can still hear me, but I'm also got a little bit like a filter on my voice. When it comes to content, I had a separate person ask a more specific question about how I come up with ideas for my videos, so I'll kind of save that for later. But generally speaking, when you're trying to decide what to talk about, the easiest thing and best thing to do is talk about something you're interested in. Whether it's yourself, people love to talk about themselves, and it creates a lot of conversation just for you to get something out, get a video going. But also, stuff you're interested in, you'll probably pull in people that have the same interests. I'm sure you're probably really interested in Call of Duty, so talk about that. I mean, I've talked about Call of Duty in plenty of different videos, so that's kind of how all I have for content. But I will save that if you want to watch a future video. I'll have it come out, sometime soon, talking about where my ideas come from. When it comes to editing stuff, you don't need to buy a fancy software. I bought a long time ago, I think for one of my birthdays, my dad got me Movie Studio Platinum 13. It's kind of like a Sony Vegas-esque software, and it kind of sucked. It was good for a little while, but it started to really limit what I could do on it, and I didn't like it that much, even though it was a paid service. And the problem was I couldn't update it anymore, so I stopped using that. And I would probably recommend DaVinci Resolve. It's free. It has all sorts of bells and whistles. It might be a little scary when you first get into editing, but I promise you, for especially like these types of videos that I do, I don't edit that much at all. Unless I have a lot of pictures on screen or I'm doing like a special topic video or something like that. I don't do that much editing, and it's actually really good to not do a lot of cuts, especially with audio. You might be, I just said it right there, you might be cutting out a lot of ums and uhs, and if you do that in the beginning, I mean, it's kind of okay, but some people cut it so badly, it actually like ruins the flow of your conversation, and I've learned that it's just easier to leave in those ums. I say a lot, so I just kind of leave it in. It's a little more natural. It feels more like a conversation rather than like I'm trying to info dump you with something. It maybe kind of is specific to your style, however clear you want your voice to sound. Maybe in the beginning, do some edits where you cut out a few of those ums, but don't take them all out. It's good to have, space between words, I think, in my opinion. And at the end of the day, not a lot of people really care. Once I got some comments talking about how much people don't care how much I say or I really, felt more comfortable talking on the microphone, and that's kind of the key thing. You want to feel comfortable talking on the microphone. So when it comes to editing, just keep it simple. You don't have to do one whole take. You can chop it up into separate bits depending if you're talking about something where you have like separate topic points. When it comes to like scripting, I don't really read from a script. Sometimes I have, other times I really haven't. Most of my videos are pretty on the money. Like I don't really plan them super far in advance most of the time. I maybe write down a couple jots of notes and things I want to bring up in the video, but I keep it pretty plain and simple and spontaneous. I pretty much make these on the fly and then I upload them the next day. So I hope a lot of that advice helped you out. If you want a little more advice, a little more detail, I have another video I'll link here right at the end of the video that you guys can go check out, or specifically you can go check out. And I appreciate you handing this question, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!